Hands together for Matt Yari! What's up, all you sexy bitches? Yeah, woo! Woo for all you ridiculously attractive pieces of shit. Huh? All you incredibly good-looking fucking dicks. I don't know. I don't know how many more of those backhanded compliments I got for you. No? Didn't like it? A little abuse? Okay. It's a new thing. Paul liked it. He's into it. It's all good. Guess we'll just get into it. I was born in 1988, which means I was 6 years old when O.J. Simpson was on trial for murder. Yeah, woo for O.J. Yeah. I didn't find out until years later that he also played football. Spent a good 40 years thinking he was just the murder guy. I didn't realize he had a whole backstory, you know? Didn't like my OJ joke? That's alright, most people think it's a killer. Alright, I'm not that murder. I grew up in the suburbs, which means everything I know about crackheads, I learned from Chappelle's show. It's very educational for me, you know? Learned a lot of things. I knew there were people smoking crack, but I didn't know there were dudes sucking dick for crack. That was a new piece of information, right? How come you always hear about people sucking dick for crack? No one ever eats pussy for crack. Right? Where's the feminist outrage? Women are only getting 7% of the cunnilingus per blowjob in the crackhead labor market. Fucking patriarchy, right? No feminists in here? Okay, different kind of audience. It's all good. So Jesus was a carpenter, right? You think when Jesus was on the cross, he was ever looking at it and be like, this is just poor craftsmanship. Could have built a better one, you know? I spend way too much time on Instagram. As soon as Instagram finds out you're a dude, it just turns into endless asses and titties. I'm trying to look away. I'm trying to be a good Christian. But that's hard for me because I'm Jewish. It's tough. Tough out here for a Jew. Yeah. It's all good. What else? Been doing online dating, you know? Figured I'd check it out. That's how my grandparents met, you know? Doing online dating. Or as I like to call it, looking for love while taking a shit. You know? Just multitasking. Alright. Did you guys meet online over here? What is this? Are you guys dating? No? Just friends? Okay. Out in the wild? That sounds pretty wild. They came out to the open mic. That's good. Organic friends. Alright. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, online dating. There's nothing a dude can put in his online dating profile that's the same as when a girl puts bisexual in her online dating profile. Because she could put anything else in there. She could be like, I'm a bisexual, neo-Nazi, sociopath. And dudes would still be like, bisexual? That sounds like fun. Right? I think the worst part about online dating is that sometimes you'll be talking to a girl and then at some point you realize you've been trying to spit game at a robot. That ever happened to you? It's the same thing every time. You imagine with a girl who's way too hot to be doing online dating in the first place. But you convince yourself, like, alright, this is my chance to fuck this swimsuit model from Saginaw. Seems legit. And you start talking, and then at some point, after a couple of messages, you realize that you can't participate in the conversation like a normal human being. Then you have that conversation with yourself, like, alright, either this is a bot or she's retarded. And you look back at her sexy pictures, like, man, I hope she's retarded. Right? That's what I do when I take a shit. Right? You guys having a good day, everybody? Having a good day, Joseph? That's good. The day's been alright. I took too big of a shit today. You know, you ever have one of those days you're walking around, your own little secret, and it's a little sore, right? I'm like Ken after basketball practice. It's a callback to the butt-fucking basketball player. Okay, it's a good vibe. This is delightful. Hear about Caitlyn Jenner starting her rap career? Yeah, you didn't hear about that? She just dropped her new single. It ain't nothing to cut that dick off. Right. Alright. They say if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Which is especially true if you love doing heroin. Right? Yeah. One time I was driving, I saw the back of this car had a bumper sticker that said, "Heroin kills families," which I think is a worthwhile message. But whoever designed the bumper sticker made the word heroin really big, and then the words "kills families" really small. So it looked like the back of the car just said, "Heroin." I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, heroin kills families. You know what else kills families? Bumper stickers with really small print. Might want to think that one through. That's good. I've never done heroin. Smoked a lot of weed in my life. Right? I started smoking weed in high school because at the time I was a big Bob Marley fan. You're looking at me with a very surprised... Are you shocked to find out that I smoke weed? Is that... No? Okay. I don't know what deserved that reaction, but thank you for paying attention, I guess. I started smoking weed in high school. At the time, I was a big Bob Marley fan, you know? It's a good thing Bob Marley smoked weed, because if he was an alcoholic, the song "No Woman, No Cry" would have been called "Bitch, Shut the Fuck Up." Right? Well, domestic violence. Oh yeah, right. Did you bring your grandmother to the comedy show? Were you guys here last week? Hey, there you go. Grandma, grandson coming out to comedy. That's fucking adorable. Yeah. I guess nobody else is excited for that. Yeah. What's that? Grandma's excited? Right. Say it again. This is the high point. I just feel bad for you. This is the highlight? This is not even the highlight for me. It was all rough up until it came to New Way open mic. Okay. Alright. Well, that's cute. Anybody else here with their grandparents? More family time. Yeah, alright. This is good. Good vibes in here. I went to the grocery store earlier today, picking up some groceries, and they ran out of extra virgin olive oil. All they had left was dirty slut olive oil, you know, which goes much better on a tossed salad. There you go. All right. Comedy is fun though. Sometimes we get advice from older comedians, right? One time after a show, this dude comes out and goes, "Here's what y'all need to do. You gotta find yourself a Jew, okay? This is how the game works. You the hoe, and that Jew is your pimp. You let that Jew pimp your ass out." I'm standing there like, all right. It's kind of fucked up, dude. You can't just talk like that. As a Jew, that's very offensive. But as a comedian, I was like, find a Jew. I know a bunch of those. gonna see if my rabbi knows any pimps. See if I get a recommendation. Alright, good times. My dad has a book. It's called When Boxing Was a Jewish Sport. Back in the day, Jews dominated boxing. Did you know that? That's right. Well, now you do. This is a very informative comedy show that you showed up to. It was mostly Jews in the boxing ring. We ran that shit. Up until about 100 years ago, when they let this big black dude in the ring, named Jack Johnson. And he started fucking everybody up. And that's when the Jews were like, you know what? I think I'd rather be his agent. Seems like the better career move for me. I wanted to get cauliflower ear that way. You guys know what cauliflower ear is? Yeah, you know, people who are like career fighters get these real swollen, fucked up ears. Yeah, gross looking. You ever see somebody with swollen ears? Don't fuck with that guy. It's a bad idea. That dude will beat the shit out of you. That's why every night before I go to sleep, I punch myself in the ears. Just trying to look like a badass, you know? Bad motherfucker. Alright. What other jokes do I want to hit you with? Oh boy. I remember the first time I masturbated, I didn't know what to do with it. You know, I didn't have a good disposal strategy. I actually just came in my underwear. And I put it in the laundry. Because I figured my mom wouldn't know what it was. You just wash my cummy underwear. And then I started messing around with swear words when I was a little kid. You know, first time I started using swear words. And adults would be like, do you kiss your mother with that mouth? And I'd be like, yeah, but she's been kissing me with the same mouth that's been blowing my dad. I think that's a lot more disrespectful. Right? Better not hear a word from that bitch. Might be hearing from Bob Marley. Right? Yeah. Okay, I guess we're just rolling. We're just gonna keep doing this. Anything you guys want to talk about? What's that? The Pope. The Pope died, huh? Isn't that, you know, the thing that happens? Huh? Anybody know what killed him? J.D. Vance killed the Pope? Okay. J.D. Vance killed the Pope. How so? You killed the Pope? And then you came here to talk about it at New Way Bar. Alright. We found him. Here's the thing. As a Jew, I don't really give a fuck. All the popes are the same to me, you know? Like, how much does the Pope really affect your life? Anybody? Like, do you actually care who the Pope is? You know? If some rabbi died, I don't, like, think about it. I don't put it on the news. Oh, now it got awkward. That was the thing that set you guys off? Okay, then. Yeah. Last couple of years I've been running a non-profit. Yeah. It's called My Comedy Career. Thank you for coming out to support. Appreciate that. I actually started a business a couple of years ago. Got in the entrepreneurship game. So I listen to a lot of rap. Rappers always talk about hustling. You know, I gotta stay motivated. I'm like, every day I'm hustling, man. Every day I'm hustling, man. Every day I'm hustling, man. I'm like, yo, that's me. I'm out here hustling every day. But then I listen to the lyrics. His hustle is selling kilos of coke, and my hustle's in-home senior care. It's a very different hustle, you know? We're not moving bricks, we're wiping shits. So when grandma, if you ever need somebody to wipe your ass, just, you know, let me know. I'll make that happen for you. Get a lot of weird requests working in senior care. You know? I've had a lot of old people ask me to kill them. That's a real thing that's happened several times. You know? I don't blame them. That puts me in a weird spot. Because I don't want to commit murder, but I also want to provide excellent customer service. You know? You ever have to debate the pros and cons of a murder conviction versus a 1-star Yelp review? Yeah. I think that's why so many old people move to Florida, is because they're just hoping to be taken out by a hurricane. You know? Just put an end to it. Feel me? Alright. Picking up what I'm putting down. You sexy bitches. Yeah. Alright.
Did Paul die outside?
I guess so. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's just gonna let me, you know, do my little half-hour special. Should have prepared for it. Whoo! Yeah. I want to write anti-Semitic rap so that only I can say the anti-Semitic parts. Nobody else can say that part of the song, you know? Right? I wrote some, you want to hear me rap?
Yes.
Yeah, alright. I've been writing these jokes because they say that I'm funny. I've been writing these jokes trying to get me some money. If you fucking with my cheddar, I'ma pull this trigger. Won't be the first time I had to kill me a fucking Jew. Yeah, you wish you could say that part of the song, but you can't. It's a term of endearment when we say it. But it's a hate crime if you sing all the words to my song. Yeah. Alright. Where the fuck you been? Jesus Christ. Alright. Well, that's been a long set. Thanks for coming out. My name is Matt Yari. Have a good night, everybody. Give it up for Matt Yari, everybody. Matt Yari. That's our